if you're looking for a delicious and healthy appetizer for the next upcoming football game, then you are not going to want to miss this video. Hey friends, it's Kelly and welcome back to Mama Needs a Goal. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're new here, welcome, welcome. So friends, today I am making a appetizer for the upcoming football game. I never was a big football fan. My family, my husband and my oldest son love the Steelers, so they watch that, but I never really get into it. I usually am editing a video or something while they're watching it. But my youngest goes to Coastal Carolina, and my husband had the football game, and I didn't realize how good their team was, and I got caught up in it, and I thought, you know what, let's make some appetizers football themed. And I know a lot of people have parties and things like that and have friends over, so I thought this would be a great one for you all. It is deviled egg footballs. They are very healthy, and and it's not even really about being healthy, it's just the fact that you're having a lot of chips and dips and stuff like that. So we have an alternative for those of you that don't eat that kind of stuff, but also for those of you that absolutely love deviled eggs. So I'm going to stop talking, go over all the ingredients. And I do want to go back in time at one point after we go over all the ingredients. I boiled my eggs yesterday and peeled them and put them in the fridge, and I wanted to show you, I mean, I know you all know how to boil eggs, but I wanted to show you how I peel them. That makes it really easy so it doesn't get it all messed up. And also I do want to mention that I bought a new set of pans, and this is the first time that I used this pot, and it heats up really, really fast. So I had boiled my eggs for like 13 minutes, and two of them, I think 3 of them, busted open. They're fine, I can use them, but just keep an eye on it. I just let it in for that normal 13 minutes that I usually do with my other pan, not thinking about it being a new one. So I do want to mention that up front. So let's go over all the ingredients, and after we do that, we'll head and go back a day and I'll show you how I boiled the eggs. Alright my friends, so here are the ingredients. I have 6 eggs. I'm only going to be using 4 of the eggs, which will give me 8 deviled eggs. 2 of the eggs, I always cook 2 extra and chop them up and put them in with my filling. I feel like it spreads the filling out, and the deviled eggs, you get a lot more filling in there. So I always cook 2 extra to use in the filling. I have some chives, bacon bits, some Duke's mayo, hot sauce, mustard, sweet relish, and some salt and pepper, and that's all the ingredients. So now let's go over to yesterday and let me show you how I boiled the eggs and peeled them. Alright, so I have my eggs in. I have 6 eggs in there. 2 of those eggs I'm going to use in the actual mixture, so I'll have 2, 4, 6, 8 deviled eggs that'll come out total. Obviously, if you're going to serve more, you're going to want to make more, but I thought I'd just quickly tell you how I boil my eggs. I put the eggs in water. It's just like room temperature water. Turn it on, and you just let it come to a boil. Once it boils, I let it go for 13 minutes, and then I put it in ice cold water for a few minutes, and I will show you how I peel the eggs when we're done. Alrighty, now I'm going to go ahead and pour the water out. Make sure you can see this. And I'm just going to roll the eggs right in there. Now I'm going to add cold water in my pan right here. I see this one cracked and this one cracked. Quite a few of them cracked. I'm surprised. Those I'll use as my stuffer. Oh, I wonder why they went that long. It's a newer pot, maybe that's why. So I put them back in water, cold water, and I let them sit there just a couple minutes, and then I'll show you what I do. Alright, so I let them sit in the water for about a minute to 2 minutes. Now, this is me. This is the bottom of the egg, and that's the top of the egg. That's how I look at it. The pointier part's the top, and the fatter, rounder part is the bottom. I always tap the bottom like that, and then I go in. There's like a little air bubble there. Okay. And then I just peel it right off, and it comes off. And they're still a little bit warm, but I just find it peels right off, just like that. I'm gonna do the other one, bottom top. See how it goes in? It's like a little air bubble in there. And then I just peel it right off, just like that. And friends, I just realized, I think I used my new pan, saucepan. I've never used this before. Oh no, this one's hard to tell because it's, look at that, there is no top bottom. Oh, which is top and which is, I've never had an egg that looked like that. All right, I'm gonna say this is the top. Let's see. Oh, I guessed right. But what I was saying is I had that new pan. I've never used that saucepan before. That's the first time. And I think that's why my eggs kind of cracked open a little bit, because I think that pot got a lot hotter than my other pots did. So I need to be careful with that. Now this already cracked, and I'm probably going to have difficulty. Well, I thought I was going to have difficulty peeling it, but obviously I'm not. Okay, this gives me the perfect. Can you see how it has that right here? It's like that air bubble in there. Can you see that? And that's why I like to crack it on the bottom, and it just makes it easier. So that's how I do that. And I'm just gonna put these in the fridge, and tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and make this up. All right, my friends. So I have my eggs here. I'm gonna slice it right down the middle, and then just take the center out. And because I cooked them last night and put them in the fridge, they end up getting like a little bit of a flat side. And I always cut down the middle on that side. Alrighty. Okay. And now I have my deviled egg that kind of busted open from using my new pan. But these are the two that I'm going to use as my extra that I always cook two extra. Have my little egg slicer here. You can chop it up with a knife if you want. I take it out. Oops, turn it around the other way. And slice it. And that just helps with it. And then I just kind of go back in and with the knife. And again, I'm using my hands. It's not ideal. And just chop it up a little bit more. Really fine. Just gently doing it so I don't cut myself. Just enough to get the eggs chopped up. Like I said, do not do this at home. Do what I say, not what I do. Alright, I'll put that in there and do this one the same way. Just chopping that up. Okay, oops, flung that out. Do you see that? And then I'm just going to take my fork, and you can do this the night before too if you want. You don't have to do it the next day. And then I'm just squishing and smashing, and that's very loud. Let's see if we can stop that from making all that noise. There we go. And obviously, you know, you can make more than this if you're having more company. This is just for hubby and I. I'll just keep smashing it until it is broken up and crumbled as much as possible. Alrighty, and now we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt and pepper for taste. You don't need a lot. There you go. We're going to add a dash of about 3 dashes of hot sauce. Oops, I don't need to. Come on, Cal. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do a squirt of mustard. Just one big squeeze. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of sweet relish. Just like that. And then I just have my regular tablespoon from my kitchen, and I'm just putting a plop of one of those in there. A plop? A glop? Okay. Alrighty, and now we're just going to go ahead and mix that up. The chives are not in here. We are not going to be adding the chives. You can add a little bit of the bacon bits inside of this if you want, but we're going to be putting it on the top of it to give it more of a football feel. But you'll see what I'm going to do with the chives. And we're just going to make sure this is mixed extremely well. And you can make this how you want it. If you prefer it creamier, a lot more mayonnaise, you can add a little mayonnaise. You can add a little less of the mayo. I mean, this is actually one of those dishes that you just do it per your taste. If you're not a big fan of the relish, you don't have to add that in there. That's okay. You can skip it, leave it out. This is just more of a personal preference, to be honest with you. Oops, I'm splashing it. Alrighty, nice and mixed. And now, because my son goes to Coastal, teal is their color, I decided to put my footballs on the teal plate. And then we're just going to go ahead and stuff our eggs just like that. I'm going to go ahead down, and I start putting a big scoop in each one. And then I'll come back and like, oops, they're sliding. Probably should have put down some greenery or something. Oops, I didn't mean to do that either. Oh. Okay. So now I have my little spatula to get the last of that. So what I want to do now is cover the whole egg, not just the center. I want to give it, don't drop it, Cal. I want to give it that football feel. You know what I mean? Like that. See how I usually don't cover the whole egg? Just like that. Just covering the whole egg. I'm just kind of shaping it to look like a football. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and then we'll come back and take a quick peek. A quick peek? A quick peek. Alright, my friends, I don't know if you can see here. Let me turn the camera. I chopped up my chives. I did one long one and then 3 small ones to go across like the stitching on the football. I'm using chives, but you can absolutely take mayo or sour cream, put it in a little Ziploc bag and cut a tiny piece of the corner off and pipe that on to make it white. But I'm just using chives because I have these in my garden and I want to get them used up, so I'm doing chives. Now let's go ahead and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the bacon bits, okay? And I'm going to put my bacon bits right on there like that. Have my little tray here with my, and I'm just going to put that right in there like that. And this way we don't get all the extra bacon bits on the tray and waste them. We're just gently, oops, coming off the edge, gently pushing it in, just like that. and then you put it on your tray. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead, finish these up, and then we'll add our chives. Alright, my friends, so you take your longest chive, put it right down the middle, and then you take the shorter ones, and you just lay it across, just like that. How stinking cute is that? Look at that. Alright, let me finish the rest, and then I'll show you the end result. Alright, my friends, there you have it. Like I said, you could use the mayo or sour cream and pipe it. Just put it in a baggie and just trim the tip off real small so you have the thin lines. I wanted to use up the chives that were in my garden, but the white would really pop and look really nice. So there you have it. I'll give you a close-up view. Alright, my friends, so there'll be pictures at the end of the video like I always do, but here they are. And now it's time for a true taste test. One of my favorites. Friends, I'm having these for breakfast, I think. I might make them again. I think I'm gonna eat these for breakfast. Anyway, friends, that'll do it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, hit that little subscribe button, as it does greatly help me out. And also, please check me out over on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and TikTok, as I am active on all those social media sites as well. Friends, thanks so much, and have a wonderful football season. Bye.